Not only is this guy a hit on the TV series, but he's also a cook. RJ Mitte, a dream date for any girl on Valentine's Day or any day, of course.
Nice.
I try. It's hard to be this good.
Yeah. Are you going to be cooking up a fancy meal for any sweet Valentine lady this Valentine's?
I do not know yet. I'm still trying to figure that out at the moment.
Oh, okay.
There's still time, so you never know.
So RJ, talk to us about what it takes to make a jambalaya.
Well, pretty much not a lot actually. You just need 2 sticks of celery, a white onion, and a green bell pepper, and then my seasonings: some black pepper, some garlic salt, Tony sachets, and let me try to remember. Onion powder. Then I always use the Zataran's
yeah, Zataran's good stuff.
Jambalaya mix, but I don't go by this. That's the reason why it makes it unique to me.
Okay.
Is because I use beef smoked sausage, and I use all different. I use the green bell pepper. I use celery sticks. I use onions, which they do not tell you on the box.
So you modify the Zataran's a bit.
I
Awesome.
modify it, and I also use beef broth to use it instead of water because it adds an extra flavor.
Okay,
so you know, every time I hear, I'm so sorry, every time I hear Jambalaya, I can't help but to think of that Hank Williams song. So would you like to sing that with me, man?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go for it.
Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo.
I let him go by himself.
That was wrong. You know it too. You know it too.
Keep going. I knew. We were just talking about this. And I told him he's going to leave me in the...
He did, and he
I don't know it, RJ. I don't know it. I'm sorry.
So, I don't sing.
So tell us, RJ, what does RJ stand for?
Really, like, J doesn't stand for anything. My real name is Roy Frank Mitte.
Oh.
And I've always, growing up, I've always been called RJ. And living in Texas, you know how they have the Texas slang. And it sounded like Leroy. They would call me Little Roy. And then they would say it sounded like Leroy with the Texas slang. And then they called me Roy Jr. And so I just stuck with RJ.
It's awesome.
It was just easier to do that way.
And how was your mom with that?
She's the one that was happy because she didn't want a Leroy.
And even the role you play on the show, you don't go by Walter. You go by
I go by Flynn.
Flynn. Why
so where did that come
from? Really, at the moment, my character was just, I don't want anything to do with my father. He lied to me practically. I don't want to be named after him even. So what my character was, I'm done being Walt. I'm Flynn.
Oh.
That's awesome.
It made him unique, so.
So, honestly, RJ, you said you started when you were 13, pretty much acting, and you're 18 now. How is it that you're 18 now and you're in this hit series and you've been in so many things? I mean, what does that do to you? I mean, that's got to be amazing.
It gives me lack of sleep and heartburn.
And the jambalaya is going to help with the heartburn.
The jambalaya is going to help with the heartburn.
Yeah.
And, definitely. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to brown all this down.
Okay. So you're browning.
And just let this cook a little bit. Ooh. Sorry about that. Watch out. It's a hot surface.
Yeah.
And let this cook for a tad bit.
Now, again, you're from Louisiana, right?
Yes.
And so jambalaya is big in Louisiana, I would imagine.
Jambalaya, gumbo, anything with spices is big in Louisiana.
And crawfish, too,
And crawfish. Oh, that'd be awesome to have for this. But I think right now it'd be a little hard to get into.
So do you currently live in LA, or where do you live?
I live everywhere.
Wow.
I just actually filmed a movie up in Portland, Oregon, about 6 months ago now. And I've been traveling between DC and Albuquerque, LA, Portland, Louisiana somewhat. I need to get home soon, so it's been a while.
So is your home still in Louisiana then?
You know what? I consider my home anywhere now.
Anywhere.
Let me, one moment. Here we go.
So that's one of the things that I had an issue with. I used to travel a lot, and just eating was so difficult when I traveled. I mean, how do you manage? I mean, your mom obviously goes with you, I'm sure, or...
She does. My mom goes everywhere with me. I try to bring my family with me as much as possible, because really, deep down, your family, no matter how good your friends are and how good your girlfriend is or whatever, deep down your family is what matters.
That's right.
Good.
And you always have to have them around.
Well said. Well said, RJ.
Yeah.
Now tell us more about what you're doing here. You're browning it, right?
I'm browning it. I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna turn up the volume a little bit on the stove.
Turn up the volume.
Okay, what is this in here?
I chicken actually. I cooked, and I'm about to actually chop that now. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, okay. So we got to get to the chicken now to add in there.
Chicken. You boil a chicken. That's where the seasonings actually come in handy. I do not put any seasonings in this right now. When I take 2 raw chickens, boneless, skinless chicken breast, and I add my onion powder, my garlic salt, my Tony sachets, and my black pepper, all in that, and then I boil it. And then it comes to a boil, and then what I do after that is I take the chicken and chop it. And as this is browning and cooking, I let it finish, and then I throw the chicken in there, and then I add the zatarans, and then I add the beef broth. And then just let it sit, and you got a meal.
Sounds good.
It sounds good. It doesn't sound too complicated, and it looks like it's going to be delicious.
Well, what's awesome is, since Valentine's is coming up, you can impress your girlfriend or whoever you have for Valentine's with this. And they'll think you went through a lot of work. Trust me.
That's right. So have you ever cooked for a girl?
I have, badly actually.
Badly.
And she still told me it was delicious.
She's still getting her stomach pumped right now. No, I'm like,
actually, she just let it sit. She took a bite and was like, "Oh, it's great, thank you." And then after that, no.
Yeah, I accidentally did the 3 tablespoons of red pepper instead of 3 tablespoons of garlic in a meal once. Yeah, we had beads of sweat from my boyfriend at the time. So.
Oh, lovely.
All right. Well, we'll have much more, of course, from RJ and cooking coming up after the break.